Welcome to my weekly energy forecast. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sarah Louise, and I'm here to share with you what is coming up this week in our cosmic weather and how that could probably affect you. So I'm like, wowza, we have a enormous, massive week coming up, and you're probably starting to feel it. You've probably been feeling it. Yeah, we're going into May. May's pretty massive, and the first week of May has probably the most powerful event. There's a couple of real big ones this month, but this week we have the second eclipse, that full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and that just pretty much takes over the week. Yeah, we've been in the eclipse sandwich. We're still in the eclipse sandwich until the end of the week. That eclipse will fall on the 5th or the 6th, depending on where you are in the world. And yeah, in this eclipse sandwich, so much is kind of being highlighted, to be seen, to be healed. There's deep stuff coming up. There's real, and as we head towards that full lunar eclipse, it's like Scorpio wants to reveal that kind of shadow self, those deep wounds, that deep stuff. Yeah, and trust me, this isn't just because the universe wants to put you in a pile of pain again. It's because we're in the most incredible time of healing. And if we don't know, and it's kind of buried somewhere and we're just kind of triggered by it and it's not completely in our face, then we're human. We kind of just put it to the side and we don't really heal it. Yeah, so these incredible eclipses, this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, massive light, straight on it. Yeah, straight on all that really deep dark stuff. So it's a big week. Yeah, we've got a couple of planets now in retrograde, so I feel like there's this kind of slowing down of energy. So when something's really uncomfortable and we just kind of want to run through it, do the work, get it done, moving on, that didn't feel very nice. We can't do that. It's like the energy is slow. It wants us to sit in it. It wants us to really feel it. It wants us to kind of really look at it, see every aspect, because sometimes when we are rushing through those lessons, we might not see the whole bit, and then guess what, we've got to come back because the lesson hasn't been fully learned. Yeah, the healing hasn't fully happened. So it's slow, it's deep, there's lots of ending of cycles happening, and there's lots of new beginnings happening. And that's what this eclipse period is always about. Eclipse season is like it eclipses things out of our lives. It's like the universe, divine intervention that goes, okay, what's on your path of your highest potential? What do you need? What don't you need? You won't get rid of this, so I will. And it's like, oh, yeah. And we're human. We don't really like change. We want to do it slowly in our own time as we want to do it. And sometimes the universe got a completely different plan, especially in eclipse season. So you got to look after yourself right now. Yeah, remember, slow down to speed up, look after your nutrition, look after your hydration, lots of water, staying super grounded, being in nature, super connected. Magnesium baths are really good for this energy. Journaling, journaling with that beautiful shadow part of you and the shadow self. When people go, oh my God, shadow work, I'm like, I love it. I mean, I am a Scorpio, but I love it. It's like, I want to befriend those parts of me. I want to understand those triggers. I want to understand why I react the way I do. Yeah, because I want to live consciously and act and, heal those wounds and heal those triggers as much as I possibly can. And I know that some I can't fully heal because they're going to leave it. There's always going to be a scar, but I can heal them to a certain point that I'm not triggered, every minute of every day by certain behaviors or, ways. Yeah, this is such an amazing time as well to be working on our self-worth. Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of highlight. How, where do we put ourselves in our self-worth? Yeah, how worthy do we feel? You know, do we put ourselves at the back of the queue, or do we stand at the front? Do we, serve ourselves first, or do we serve ourselves last? Where do we put ourselves? Yeah, and really having a look at that self-worth. Yeah, really great time. It's a big week. It's a big week. Endings, new beginnings, total transformation. I want you to remember, I said to you, March, April, May, biggest 3 months of this year. Yeah, and I feel like the beginning of this month, there's some kind of hard stuff. There's slow energy. We got to kind of walk, right? We got to, go through it slowly, like feel the pain or feel the dis-ease, or, so that we really get it. Yeah, and then halfway through this month, I feel like the energy does lighten up a little bit. We've got a really beautiful new moon in Taurus, and I love that earthy kind of energy that comes in, building new foundations. And so I feel like we do this massive transformation, and then it's like, okay, let's get to work on the building phase. And we've also got Jupiter moving, and I'll talk to you more about that in a couple of weeks. So when that Jupiter moves, there's going to be a really big shift in energy around abundance and some really cool things. And then at the end of the month, there's this incredible starlight portal energy that comes through that's really, really beautiful, sparkling, magical energy. So I feel like for all this hard work that we're doing, we are going to feel a little bit of reprieve. We are going to feel some kind of joy and lightness coming back. So if it's feeling really heavy for you, if it's feeling like a little bit like, oh my God, I'm in the trenches and I really thought I'd be out by now, but I still feel like, hold up, it's cool, you've got this. And then I feel like, we got a couple of months where it's not so hectic and it's not so intense. And then towards that end of the year, October time, we go into another eclipse season. And yeah, we end up this year. I mean, as I say that, I've got this beautiful voice in my head laughing, going, please don't tell everyone it's going to really ease up, because like this year is massive. But what I mean is, it's not going to be so like full on. Yeah, you're going to feel a little bit settled and grounded there for a while, which will be very welcomed. So because we have got this big eclipse coming in, I will have a live online session this week. I'm not working under this eclipse, and I'm actually choosing to work quite a few days before it because the energy is quite potent. I am a Scorpio. It is full moon eclipse in Scorpio. So I'm working on Tuesday, I think it's the 2nd, I'm not sure, but all the details will be on this. But yeah, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Brisbane time, I will run a live session in preparation, getting us really in the right state, in the right place, energetically, open-mindedness for this next eclipse. Yeah, and remember that preparation is like a key to success. Yeah, we want to take the benefits. We want to take, all the real high vibe energy from this time. We want to get the lessons. We want to go through the new portal. We want to go through the new doorways. Yeah. And we have the opportunity to do that, but we are going to have to do a little bit of work. Got to be super aware of our emotions, because you're going to feel, I think everybody's going to feel the kind of sensitivity. Remember, a full moon, we're always feeling really sensitive. But when it's with an eclipse, it's like extra sensitive, extra heightened. Yeah, so our emotions are going to be, up there. Like, warning, 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 eclipse is coming. So you've got to do the work this week to stay conscious, to stay aware, to look after yourself, to keep walking forward and not go into some old cycle that's going to take you over here and, waste time and waste opportunity. Like, that's just so boring. Focused on where we're going, doing the work on ourselves, staying conscious, looking after ourselves, staying aware, befriending that shadow, doing, the work that we do. And this time next week, we will be in a very different place. Yeah, just dusting ourselves off, going, whew, first eclipse season of the year done. Whew. So I'll see lots of you live online Tuesday. I'm going to check the date. It is Tuesday the 2nd. I was right. Tuesday the 2nd of May, 7 p.m. Brisbane time. Book in, join me. If you can't join that live, it will be downloaded and sent out to you. I just want you to do it before that eclipse hits. So you'll have a couple of days to do it. Everybody will go on my healing crystal grids. They will stay there until that new moon in Taurus. So beautiful healing, beautiful energy. Really holding you in that incredible healing space as we go through this transformation and this shift and this evolution. Like, I know I say this and it's a bit out there, but I feel like we are just taking leaps into a higher, it's gonna sound a bit woo-woo, but a higher consciousness, a higher way of being. It's pretty incredible. I love guiding you through these times. I'm so blessed that this was my mission this lifetime. Yeah, it's such a privilege for me, such a blessing. I adore you all, and I will see you, if not Tuesday, next week for my update for next week. Have a beautiful week.